Hello, hello. Welcome to yet another episode of the Yard Connection podcast with Kevin Nembz and Kiki and Kevin. Hey, baby.
Hey, what's
You
up?
good?
Yep.
We are here. We're back, guys. Remember to follow us on social media, our social media pages. On Instagram, we are Yard Connection Podcast. On Facebook, Yard Connection Podcast. And on Twitter, at Yard Connection. Yeah, we're here.
Right here.
Right now. With another exciting episode. Today's episode, guys. Yeah, listen.
Fire.
Flames. What we're talking about today, you just relax, get your cup of coffee or something and just chill because it's gonna be lit. We are talking about exes. Where do you draw the line? The title is the case of the ex.
Right.
Where do you draw the line where your exes are concerned? In relationships, we all know that we sometimes, as women, will be fighting our man. Stop talking to this one. Stop. What are you guys still talking about? And then you find that we are also stuck in situations where there is that one ex that is nagging. That's always in your case. And you're like, can you leave me alone, please? Where do we draw the line when it comes to lines of communication with your ex, especially when you've moved on?
I mean, you know what? Like different people are gonna have different say on this, because I mean, like some people use like, for example, kids to have a say, in their with their exes, stuff like that, and this having and they still haven't drawn the line, because the main thing is to draw the line. Because if you don't draw that line, then it seems like there's still that open door, of not just communication, but of everything else that used to come with the relationship you guys had. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, yes, but you just have to know when to draw the lines.
But where do you draw the line, though?
You know what? Like you know what? It comes from two different perspectives, too. Because if it's in a girlfriend-boyfriend situation, you find that most time whenever you have problems like with your exes and it keeps going on and on and on, most of those cases are like boyfriend and girlfriend situations. Like, for example, I mean, for most people like myself, who takes commitment seriously, the moment I got married, then I know instantly there are certain lines that I have to draw and certain barriers, of communication, and you have to break down the communication. So say, for example, before my wife here, as much as I wasn't in a relationship then, but I used to communicate with my exes, on a constant, on a daily basis, just
that was before I came into the picture, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Good boy.
Yeah. Zip it. Well, you're not listening to the one thing I'm saying. You just want to fight. You see what I'm talking about now? Fight.
Baby,
anyway, but I mean, you got to know, when to draw the lines and the lines of communication, because I mean, like I said, if before you get committed, because for me commitment means a lot. I take commitment very seriously. You know what I'm saying? The moment I got married, I know it's my first time, but I know exactly what I had to do. You know what I'm saying? Because this was a journey that I've decided that I only want to do once. You know what I'm saying? If this is just it for me. You know what I'm saying? So I know instantly I had to draw the barriers, draw the lines, because if you don't do that, then the exes are going to still think that it's okay to call you. It's okay to send you certain messages. You know what I'm saying? You're going to still think it's okay to send them certain messages. I mean, you don't want to be stuck in that same player zone that you were in, whereas you have to be, say, writing stuff, deleting them, calling, all this stuff, because it's a lot of work.
Yeah,
being a player, it's a lot of work. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, you just gotta know. I mean, what about you?
Me, I also had to do the same thing. I think what I did was when the moment I realized that this is it for me in terms of taking that step to marriage. The day I said I do, a few days after that, I think it was a day after that. A couple of days after that, because I was still kind of like recovering from the excitement. I gave myself a day where I went through my phone and I said, I'm deleting everything or everyone that is going to be not really a threat to my marriage, because I mean, a threat is when I feel like, okay, I'm still stuck with that person, and then it's not a threat. It was more like disrespect, where I knew that certain people, certain people are going to be testing my marriage.
Yeah, to see how strong it is.
Yes, to see how strong it is, and feel comfortable to be sending me messages or flirt, because we used to flirt. Before I got married, I used to have a few people I would flirt with. Like it was just fun. There are some people I was never in a relationship with, but would every now and then joke around. Not physical connection though, but even online, because as it is, whatever you say sometimes can be misinterpreted.
Right.
And someone can look at that and run with it. If I say, oh hey baby, or hey babe, or whatever, and that person is not really my baby, they're gonna take it like, okay, she likes me. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yes. So So all when I got married, I knew exactly what I needed to do. I was like, I'm getting rid of every Tom and Dick that I know is going to disrespect my marriage or put me in a situation where I have to come out of character to defend my marriage or protect my marriage. So I got rid of all those things, and you find that there are some people I don't understand with most men do it. It's like they have this thing of once mine, always mine.
Right.
Meaning they don't respect the person you are with, that the fact that you're the woman and you've moved on. And you guys waste so much time with us. We are there with you guys, and you have all this time with us, but you don't value us. The minute I move on, then it's like, oh, World War III.
Well, the thing is, it's not just that, you see, the side that you're viewing it from is because you're viewing it from a commitment side. There are two sides to it, really, because like I said, if it's a girlfriend boyfriend situation, say for example, instead of you getting married, then you moved on, but the person that you're with is your boyfriend. Right? Yeah, you take your relationship seriously. But the thing with regular relationship that I've noticed is that you still think that it's okay, like for ladies, I mean, he didn't put a ring on it. So, there's that feeling of not sure. You're good enough. It's not like you're having problem, but because it's just a relationship,
there's no commitment.
Yes, you tend to still keep ties with Tom and whosoever it is. Dick, fuck. You keep ties with all these people. Just for whatever reasons. On the guy side, guys like to have both parties same way involved. Whereas if it's kind of like this, where they have access to both parties, and put it that way. For a female perspective, it's kind of more like of having someone to talk to, because women more enjoy flirting more than action itself. You find that women will be flirting with you, and then the moment it gets serious, they just take away themselves. Females are like that. Guys are more of an action. We come with the action and all that stuff. So, but you find that that's what happened like in relationship itself. But the thing is, when it comes on to having a commitment in terms of having a marriage now this is something that's spiritual and it emotional. It has all those little things to it. So you're gonna take it well. Like for me, I take my marriage very seriously. I'm saying I said that this is something that I want to do once, and this is it. The moment I found my wife and I told her, I didn't even give her time. I didn't even engage, because I know instantly, this is it.
So you had to start drawing the lines and cutting all ties.
Instantly I have to start drawing lines, because there were persons that I used to communicate with a lot. Because remember, when loneliness is not a good place to be.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And loneliness puts you in positions that you don't want to be in either. But because you're lonely, it's like, it's hard to hold that shit out.
Yeah.
Like I remember before I met my wife, I've been holding that shit out for practically a year. You know what I'm saying? Just because the thing is, I don't want to be placed back in the spot where I'm coming from. I told myself that listen, I'm tired of this right now. You know what I'm saying? I was drawing the line on my life itself first, where I said, you know what? I'm kind of getting tired of this life. Flirting and stuff used to be fun for me. It used to be a job. I used to enjoy, I used to enjoy, females getting, happy by the words, just they are, feeling all, I used to take it to the extreme.
We're gonna talk about flirting in another episode,
So,
guys.
yes,
just dedicated to flirting.
So that part used to come with it. But then you find that I was tired of that, and I said, you know what, I hold that shit out for a year. You know what I'm saying? And I hold it out, and I decide that. But you would still communicate with one and two people saying, but then when you met the person now that you want to be with now, you're like, oh shit, you know exactly the drama that's coming with it. Like for example, with me, I remember when I just got married. It's something new for me. I still had that mentality of just a relationship. You know what I'm saying? Marriage is new to me. Marriage was new to my wife too. You know what I'm saying? But she was already mentally prepared, like most women. Most women are more of a marriage type. Like they want to be dressing up. They imagine themselves. It's an excited day for them. You know what I'm saying? Unlike for guys, we're just more like the support. It doesn't mean that we're not happy. We are. But women, are like that. So you know what happened? Like, I mean, in the first part, I remember I used to still communicate with other persons that were involved in my life. But I think these were persons that I've obviously, I need to communicate with because of certain reason. You know what I'm saying? But then I realized that I also need to know where to draw the line, where to cut the communication, where to cut the conversations. Because if you don't do that, then these persons are gonna be thinking that, oh, it's okay to call him at night. Oh, you know what I'm saying?
This marriage is a joke.
That kind of thing. So I did that at first, because I know I had to do it. Because if I don't do it, I know that I'll be going through my wife will just be sitting over there and say, you know what, when you're ready, you just let me know. Because, women are like that. Women ain't got time to waste.
But you haven't, to tell the truth, you have been very, you've been a great husband.
I try
where all that is concerned. You know where to draw the line and you don't waste time.
Yeah.
You don't accept any bullshit from nobody. The minute it comes to a point where you feel like your wife is getting disrespected, you act. You don't play.
You don't.
And I love and respect you for that, because that shows that you're in this marriage forever, and you respect me, and you respect what we share together. And that's all that I want on my side. With the cases of the exes can be exhausting, and that is a fact. Exes can be exhausting. I have an ex who I had blocked everywhere.
I've never heard that.
I blocked everywhere, from any social media. I blocked him. Blocked on phone.
That's blocked. A guy then.
But they always find a way to reach out. They always find a way to poke.
That's annoying.
It is annoying. And this person this person has moved on. This person has moved on some
physically to prove to
on
you
some then. Yes, on some I got my girlfriend now, got a girlfriend now, so yeah, I won't be talking to you no more. And I'm like, but you went through 7 channels where you're blocked and came through the 8th channel just to come and tell me that.
Right.
I don't need to know that. I moved on way before you.
Well, like, you know what, he was just saying that to tell her that he moved on physically. But mentally, he wasn't moved on. You know what I'm saying? He was still thinking about you. Pretty sure he's probably still thinking about you. But hey.
Yeah, cases of the exes, guys. Like, seriously, I feel like we need to learn to draw the line, because if you do not draw the line, it's going to mess up your relationship. Unless if you're in a relationship where you feel like it's not important. If it's not a serious relationship, then you keep those lines of communication open with your exes or whatever you want to. But draw the line.
Yeah, because the thing is this, remember, before you got, like I said, before you got in the serious relationship itself, your exes are used to you being a certain way. You know what I'm saying? So although you guys weren't together, say for example, you guys break up, but you hadn't moved on as yet. So you would still probably communicate, for whatever reason, but you weren't together. But then come the point where you moved on. They still think that it's okay because this is the person that they're used to.
Yes.
So you got to draw the barriers and say, listen, you're not going to be calling my phone certain times. You're not going to be texting me certain things.
And then they say you've changed.
And then they say, because they're used to you to be a certain way. They say that you change. Oh my God, she
it's
never
growth.
used to. I mean, it's growth. I mean,
it's growth. We grow.
When you find that mature person to be with, and especially when you make commitments, like I'm saying, I'm talking on from my side. I mean, like I've never made certain commitment before. Like I've never been married. This is my first and my last and my only marriage.
Really, baby?
And
your first, your last, and your only?
Yeah.
Guys, he stuck with me.
Yeah.
We stuck together.
You're not going anywhere either.
No, I'm not.
You think I'm gonna allow you? I
know.
I didn't even give her a chance to even think about getting married. I just told her the first day I met her. I remember telling her that I want her to be my wife.
Yeah, he told me that. He told me, it's like, you're not getting married.
That was just the whole vibes that I was getting, that I've never gotten from someone else. So I knew that, this was the one. It's going to come with challenges. I know that for a fact, because nothing good, and I've proven that many times, nothing good comes easy. It comes the drama, the stress, you name it.
Oh, the drama. Oh my God. Like, guys, there's so much we can talk about. Like, there's a lot we're going to be talking about as time goes on. There's a lot of conversations, a lot of topics that we're going to be addressing in situations like this. Like, we've got flirting coming up.
There's a lot.
Where we need to know.
But you guys just draw the line to the exes.
Yes, draw the line. Draw the line with the exes. Trust and believe. You need to draw the line. If you're in a serious relationship, draw the line with your exes, especially if there's no reason for you to talk. If there's no reason for me to talk to you, there's it's different. Like, for example, where children are involved, you are forced to communicate with a person.
Yeah, but obviously you have to put an understanding to it.
Yes,
if you don't do that,
definitely you have to put an understanding to it. You have to draw the line. They need to know that if we're communicating, it's about the child.
Right.
It's got nothing to do with my life.
Yeah, they will start asking the question that you call to ask about. They call to ask you about, because you're obviously the one keeping the child. They call to ask about the child, and then they'll be like, boy, are you okay? And
it's none of your business whether I'm okay or not.
Did you eat already?
No, it's none of your business whether my belly is full or not. All you need to talk about...
I'm trying to work myself back up on their skirts.
Listen. You don't have to ask me all those questions. As long as, we have a child together, you can only talk to me about the child.
Which is
that's all. Anything else, don't ask. Yes, as long as I don't come to you asking for any help, or if I don't call you in the middle of the night, running to you for emergencies or whatever, stuff like that, and I'm carrying on with my life, you are not in a position to even want to know about what's happening in my life.
So
whether I'm wearing this today or what. No.
Some people practically put themselves in that position, because
they give themselves the job.
Yes, because they give themselves a whole job, because they still communicate with the person, because, say, for example, they need financial help. Instead of going through the struggle, like, I mean, when my life is I got a whole book. But I mean, when I met my wife, I remember, like, the person you listen to right now, this is from nothing to something. You know what I'm saying? I remember I actually saw the growth myself. I remember, going to purchase those rings, and I didn't even know where the money was coming from to get the rings.
God provided.
But I know that I was gonna buy them. And we paid for everything else. I made sure my wife had the best outfit, all these stuff. And trust me, I've seen my finance grow to the point where right now my wife is in charge for Amazon.
What the hell? Baby, really? How did we move from Case of the Ex to talking about that place? Now we're advertising, we're giving them airtime. No, we're not going to... giving...
But it's just to show growth.
Yes, it shows growth.
But when you meet that person, as I say, you just have to draw the line. You know what I'm saying? Especially where you're settled down, you're committed and stuff like that. So yeah, the exes just gotta know that
on my side, there is not even an ex that I'm trying to think while I'm sitting here.
Is there an ex that you still communicate with?
That's what I'm thinking. Is there an ex that I'm still communicating with? The only ex that I'm tolerant of is my baby daddy because of the baby.
Right.
Otherwise, there's no one else who I still talk to who I can say is my ex. that we talk like no, because most of the relationships didn't end on a good note.
Oh snap, it ended with fire.
I mean, I'm yet to be in a relationship where we're gonna end on a good note. I've never experienced that. It's always fighting at the end of the day, where we end things in, well, I'm done. Well, I'm married now.
I can see it from your point, because you seem like the person who, you say, she's this type of person, and she doesn't do it now, but she doesn't tolerate certain things, and then her biggest defense, like most women, but hers is good. Now I'm saying, in terms of, she can literally, she can organize everything. She's good like that, in terms of to break off things. Like, for example, if she's putting at it, naturally, to say, listen, this shit ain't working, I'm moving on with my life, this is how it's gonna happen, stuff like that, and you still be consistent, my girl will get fired.
Yeah, I'm like that. If I don't want nothing to do with you, I don't want nothing to do with you.
She doesn't like ties.
And even this boils down to everything. I'm very good in cutting ties with people. I don't have a problem cutting ties with people. If I feel like this friendship or this relationship is not working for me, I can trust and believe, you'll be shocked that I can walk right past you when 2 days ago we're laughing together. It doesn't take me a year to act on something. The minute I realize that this is making me uncomfortable, I can just, you'll be shocked when I pass you, like, but didn't we just talk like yesterday? We're laughing. Today I'm a different person.
Yeah, females are like that. Because, like, for me, I still have exes that I communicate with, but I keep the lines plain and simple. I don't give them room to think that they can disrespect my wife. I disrespect, my relationship.
Or think they can come back.
I think they can come back. I don't give them that hope.
The doors are closed.
But it's based on the fact that, I'm always ending stuff on a good note. I'm kind of good like that. I know exactly how to end it
until this episode comes out.
Because you know what? No. Because you know what? No. The thing is this. I know how to end it on a good note, in terms of, you see. I let them feel like, I'm wanted now. You know what I'm saying? When you give a girl that feeling,
that you are wanted.
In terms of, like, it's kind of like a feeling, that I don't express it like now, because obviously because I'm in a marriage. But when you break off from that relationship, and the girl will looking at you and be like, oh my God, as bad as things is, Kevin was here. This wouldn't happen. You give them that
that I left that mark that you will always hold on to.
I'm good like that,
and that's why they keep calling.
Because I know how to make that stamp. But you know what? I control that stamp. It's there, but I control it just to show you that, this is what you're missing.
It's funny because it's like, from my experiences or what I've seen, it's usually the men that are a problem, even when they've moved on, with somebody else, they're still holding on to their exes. It's usually the case. But when you're in a situation where you find that it's women who are doing that, who are holding on to an ex that has completely moved on, because trust and believe, like you said, if there's no commitment, people are still playing around. They still think there's a door open for them or whatever it is. But the minute that person, we know that people disrespect their marriages, but don't just assume that everybody out like there will disrespect their marriage. No. Some of us are committed.
Yes.
And it's forever. Right? So when you see women, I was saying, when you see women in such situations where you ask yourself, there's no way. I don't ever remember a day where I reached out to an ex knowing that this ex has moved on. Do you understand? As a woman, me, I've never done it. Where I will be talking to an ex that I know has moved on, whether marriage or just steady girlfriend, where that person, I communicate with them like me and that person are still together, or I still want us to get back together. I don't know. Maybe it's because sometimes I believe that the woman is the prize. I have my pride. There is no way I can put myself in a situation where I'm turned down.
Yeah. I mean, like
it's something
but
else.
I mean, it's all good. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, the line the line have to be set. You know, you have to just draw those lines.
Draw the
and
lines,
that's a
guys.
fact.
Draw the
Because
lines.
if you don't do that shit,
you are in shit.
Yeah.
If you don't do that shit, you're gonna end up in shit.
Yeah, because these exes. I mean, but I mean, we'll discuss this some other time.
Yeah.
I mean, we got flirting coming up.
We got flirting
we got
coming up. We're gonna talk about flirting. We're gonna talk about all those relationships. We going in.
This one was interesting though.
Thank you so much for joining us. We gotta go.
Likewise, we gotta go, man. It's just one word. And don't forget to follow us on our social media pages, okay?
Yes. Follow us on social media, Instagram, Yard Connection Podcast, Facebook, Yard Connection Podcast, and on Twitter, we are at Yard Connection. Thank you for joining Kevin Nembz and Kiki Nembz. Mr. and Mrs. Nembz, we're signing out.
Always.
See you next time.
Ciao.